What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JAYPAT back again with another video today. A fantasy video. At the time of this recording, there's still 2 games to be played, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good. If you guys watched my last video, I won my last matchup pretty easily and then lost week 1, so wasn't too desperate for a win. I mean, obviously I want to win every game, but it's not, it's still early in the season. It's not the end of the world if, I don't win. It's still early, week 3. So much stuff can happen from now until the end of the year. So I'm not tripping too much, but I just want to kind of get into how my week went and let's just get right into it. Before I start the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right on into it. Here we are. We went up and played against Loy's Loud team. Going into the matchup, I was really confident. I was projected to win. I was predicted to win. I made a few mistakes looking back. It's just so hard to predict who's going to do good, who's not going to do good. But from the last video, I picked up Derek Carr, was available in waivers, who's been one of the best fantasy quarterbacks all year. And did I make any other additions? I got Chuba Hubbard out of waivers, and that's really it. Didn't make any trades. I want to be patient on trade. I think last year I was too trade happy. I was doing too many trades too early, so I'm gonna be patient this year. Like I said, I'm 1-1. This is the current score before Monday night's game, but let's just go from top to bottom. He had Lamar, I had Derek Carr, and now this just boiled my blood so much, man. Like, how is Derek Carr gonna get like 30 to 40 points in the first 2 weeks? I pick him up. He's going up against a Philly defense that has been bad in the first couple weeks. And he puts up 8 points. How do you put up 8 points after what was he getting? He got 21 and then you got 21 in the first 2 weeks. And then put up, it just doesn't make sense, man. He had 2 carries. What? He had 1 interception, 1 touchdown. The interception did not help my cause. And then, of course, Lamar Jackson pops off for 25.9, so it's a big difference there. JT was my only reliable fantasy player this week, getting 26.5, and then Saquon, of course, goes off for him. His team is honestly stacked. He did definitely drafted well. And then Jordan Mason was disappointing with only 10.8. And then Jahmyr Gibbs got 16.3. So he has probably the best running back duo in fantasy with Saquon and Jahmyr. And then Drake London did pretty good for me with 18.7. But at this point, it just wasn't enough for me to make a comeback and win. DK Metcalf, for some reason, like I drafted this guy last year, and he was a disappointment. He was a disappointment all last year. He had a couple good games, but overall, he had a bad fantasy year. Then all of a sudden this year, I don't know what happened, if there's new coaching staff or what, but he's popping off, man. He only had 4 receptions against Miami. He had 4 receptions for 104 with a tutty. Wow. So that's not going to be consistent. If you're getting like those are all deep pass, deep plays, And then Ayuk has been disappointing me all year with 9.8. Keon Coleman hasn't played yet for him. Ayuk is definitely scaring me right now with his production. I was expecting a lot more from Ayuk this year. There's still some time, but I thought, especially with those injuries that they've been having, I thought for sure that his numbers would go up. And if you guys know, Juwan Jennings, the other receiver for San Fran, just went off for 45. And Brandon Ayuk was with the quiet 9.8. Trey McBride got hurt with the concussion, only got me 5.5. I'm not worried about him. I think he will bounce back. He will bounce back for sure. Kyle Pitts got only 7.9. I don't like him as a tight end. Jackson, this was the worst. Like, Dude goes from 12 receptions, 16 targets in week 2 to 3 targets and 3 receptions. Like, I don't know if I can trust this guy, man. I don't know if I could trust him there, dude. Like, Steelers got me 5.7, but I didn't get dominated. I made a mistake. I left Dak Prescott out, who popped off for 30 points. Like, if I would have put Dak Prescott in my starting lineup, I possibly win this matchup. It's like little things like that can win or lose you your weeks. But that's what makes fantasy so fun and also so challenging at the same time. AJ Brown needs to come back ASAP. I'm probably going to trade DeAndre Swift. Keenan Allen's also another guy that needs to come back. Saying that, I don't have a lot of faith in that Chicago offense. I don't at all. That might be something I have to trade yeah. I don't even want to talk about the Chicago offense, man. Everyone was hyping them up all off season. I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of faith in them too. They got some good receivers and a running back around Caleb Williams. This could be it, This could be like CJ Stroud 2.0, but so far it's been bad. Rome Odunze actually popped off. Of course, I had him on my bench. I don't think anyone really put him. If you have him in your league, no one really put him in the lineup, right? Like, he gets 2.1, 5.3. No one put him in their shining lineup against Indianapolis, right? I'm not really mad about that. I'm not a future teller. Or Khalil Shakir, I don't have him in my starting lineup. Hopefully he does bad. And Chuba Hubbard gets 27.9. Carolina looks like a completely different team after Bryce Young. Thank God they destroyed the Raiders. I hate the Raiders. But, yeah, you know what? It's probably going to be an L unless this kicker here can get 50 points, which he would have to kick like 20 field goals. It's possible. I'm holding on to hope, but let's go ahead and look at some of the other matchups in the league. This is, like I said, I'll remind you guys again, this is for $400. $400. I have it in cash. Goes to first place. We've been doing this is our second year doing this. Last year we did for $200. It's just gonna keep getting bumped up. Probably each year. Wow, what a low scoring matchup here. Then this is another blowout. This guy popped off for 160. Kyron Williams, Zach Charbonnet. Damn, isn't he the backup? This guy's the backup, bro. 2 touchdowns. Do I want to make changes after this week? I'll be 1-2 if I lose. Let's go ahead and look at my team. Not sure how to feel about Derek Carr after that performance. I didn't think the 21 was going to be a consistent number for the year, but I didn't think it was going to drop off that bad, Like, Philly's defense was terrible the first couple weeks. I was just putting 2 and 2 together. It's easy math. They got Atlanta coming up. That's a decent defense. They got us coming up. Tampa Bay. They got some good defenses coming up. And then, so I'll honestly put Dak back in, especially after that. Oh, yeah, he plays the Giants next week. Yeah, Dak's going back in. Dak is going back in. JT's, I don't know. I could possibly trade him, but I feel like that's a dumb move. I definitely do need a running back at some point this year. If CMC comes back, Jordan Mason's numbers are going to drop, and I'm left with DeAndre Swift. So a running back, unless Chuba Hubbard can do something for me. He's been getting a lot of carries and decent production. They play Cincy. JT I'll probably stick with for now. Jordan Mason I'll have to stick with, obviously, until CMC comes back. Drake London, he's been doing good for me. He's probably been my second best player this year in fantasy. And then Ayuk, I got to be patient there. Hopefully he can find his chemistry with the quarterback. Trey McBride, the tight ends are just so bad right now in fantasy that I'm going to have to be patient with him unless that concussion puts him out for a week or two. But they play Washington though, so I hope he can play in that game. That'd be nice. And then Jackson Smith and Jigba's one of those players where like they can get 26 points and then 3 the next. So I'm not sure what to do about that. So at the moment, I'm definitely going to look at the options and see if I can make a trade or see if someone needs something. But I don't have a lot of leverage at this moment, especially with these injured players. I don't have a lot of leverage. If Keenan Allen and AJ Brown can come back, then it's going to be a little different. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm not hitting the panic button yet. I'm going to be 1-2. It's definitely I need to play better though. That's gonna be it for fantasy recap week 3. How did your guys' fantasy teams do? Let me know down in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and I'll see you next time, baby. Peace.